When shy 14-year-old Duncan goes on summer vacation with his mother and her overbearing boyfriend, he finds an unexpected friend in the manager of a water park. Hey! It's a wave pool, not a toilet. This is the way, way back.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You're having way too much fun. It's making everyone uncomfortable. Wow! I'm just kidding. That wasn't even my best stuff. Come on. I need somebody to do some odd jobs, clean up some vomit.
Definitely.
Does your mom know you work here?
Who's that big guy?
Is this a girl?
What are you doing over here talking to us?
Well, maybe, Roddy, if you guys hadn't called me over here.
I was looking forward to the way, way back because from the trailer, it looked like it was going to be really funny. It had a great cast, and I wasn't expecting too much more than just a fun summer movie. But I was very, very surprised because it ended up being so much more than that. It was very emotional, really, really genuine and heartfelt, and it was, of course, very funny as well. So I have to say, overall, I really loved The Way, Way Back. I was shocked at how much I loved this movie, and it has definitely become one of my favorite summer movies, just like that. But let's get a little more into The Way, Way Back, starting off with the plot and the writing, which I thought was really, really, like I said, genuine. The whole movie felt very genuine, very heartfelt, and very real. And that's also due in part to the acting, which I'll get to, but right there in the writing, you've got, first of all, some surprising scenarios. Usually, you know, you don't have two characters confronting each other as hardcore as you do in this movie. I think there's one specific scene that really, really surprised me, and I loved it. And the fact that you could relate to these characters, not just the main character, but other characters in it as well for various reasons, also meant a lot to me because I was definitely able to really, really get into it and really feel emotionally for these characters. The one major thing that I loved about this movie, though, as far as the plot goes, is the fact that it had its own summer mythology. The best summer movies have this. I immediately thought of The Sandlot, the giant dog mythology, that whole thing with these kids, they think there's a giant dog on the other side of the fence. This movie had the passing in the water slide mythology, and I thought that was really, really cool, and it reminded me of the type of thing that if I saw this movie when I was a kid, I would go to a water park and I would think like, man, could you really pass somebody in a slide like that? Overall, I really loved how it felt like summer. It really made me feel like I was there on this summer vacation, and I just really, really got immersed. But that's also, of course, due in part to the directing, and like I said, same thing here, I really feel like summer was just injected into this thing, the feeling of summer. And it's not even just that the whole thing was a happy summer vacation. Obviously, there's a lot of sad stuff, there's a lot of emotional stuff, like I said, and that all still felt like summer because there are those moments in summer where, you know, things are kind of quiet and maybe not everything's going right or how you would plan a summer vacation to go. And so I thought that it encompassed all of that, the good and the bad of summer. And acting-wise, like I said, this is where a lot of that genuine feeling comes in. Liam James, the lead, I was very, very impressed with him. He had a very honest and sort of raw feeling to him. He definitely injected that emotion that I said was very present throughout the film, and I was able to connect with him even though I am really not like him, I'm not shy like him, but I still got it, and so I think he did a really great job of putting that across. Sam Rockwell, I absolutely love Sam Rockwell. I thought that he was fantastic in this because, like I said, it's not just the main character that we're relating with on sort of an emotional level, it's also Sam Rockwell's character who has his own growing up to do, and I thought that he pulled that off brilliantly. Now, they are the leads of this movie, but there is a huge ensemble cast, and I thought everybody was really fantastic. The only people I'll mention really briefly are Toni Collette, great job, she really had a lot of emotion as well. Rob Corddry, who has a pretty small part, but I'm always impressed with him, even in these tiny little roles, he does a great job. And last but not least, I was really, really impressed with Steve Carell. He plays the asshole so well, and it's unbelievable because he's usually like the nice, funny guy, and he just does the asshole thing so unbelievably well that I mean, I love to hate him, that's what I'll say. I love to hate Steve Carell. But like I said, I thought everybody was great, all the water park employees, all the people at the summer house, I loved all of them. And overall, this movie really, really surprised me. I was expecting it to be fun, but it was much more than that. It was hilarious, it was heartfelt, it was emotional, it was genuine, and I absolutely loved The Way, Way Back. But I would like to know what you thought of The Way, Way Back, so please let me know down in the comments, what were you expecting going into this movie? Were you like me, expecting it to just be fun and it ended up being so much more than that? Let me know what you thought of the cast. Who was your favorite? I definitely thought that Sam Rockwell and Liam James were fantastic together on their own. I really loved them. Let me know what you thought of the summer mythology aspect of the passing on the slide. Do you feel the way I do about that? How it kind of reminded me of The Sandlot a little bit, and it just reminded me of that summer feeling of like this crazy thing that maybe years later you found out wasn't true or wasn't as crazy as you thought it was. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Let me know anything that you want about The Way, Way Back. Hello. And that's pretty much it.
Hold, please. Hold. Just hold there.